Well, here we are. It's the day after I was invaded. Oh my God. Happened like in 2 seconds. So, okay. My husband was in touch with the doctor yesterday by phone. This will be his sixth time in touch with the doctor in 2 weeks. And where she feels that he had a severe case of the flu with severe respiratory infection. It's not improving. My husband, even if he gets the flu, he does whatever he needs to do. He rarely ever goes to bed with anything. The guy can't get up out of bed, and breathing is a real problem. So, okay. Before we got on the phone with the doctor, yes, she said he wouldn't have to come in. And it goes through loops to even be able to go in to see her the first time. I said, would you be able to drive? Like, I'll go get the medicine and then go get some groceries. And he said, well, let me think about that for a few minutes. But he needed the inhaler, and he felt that he just didn't have the energy. And besides, the drugstore, they kind of ask you to leave if you're coughing, and he can't stop coughing. So I was the best bet. Well, it was the only bet, really. If we had a dog, we'd send him in with a note. But so I get, I asked him what the protocol was. They have like police tape all around the aisles, and if you have to go to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription, they'll let you go straight there. And if not, they go pick up things for you and give it to you. The workers are wearing masks and gloves. And actually, the lady that was helping me out had a double mask on. I don't blame her. Now, at the back there by the pharmacy, they had a big plexiglass up, and they were wearing double gloves and double masks. And I asked the pharmacist how he's feeling because he was white as a sheet. And he said, I don't know. Yeah. And I thought, we're a small community. Like, what? I mean, there are other pharmacists, but, you know, that work at the drugstore for him. But, yeah, well, what do you do if your pharmacists all get sick, right? Anyway, so everybody's extremely helpful. Got out there pretty quick. They were actually kind of concerned about taking cash. Uh, then we went to the grocery store next. So he again told me the protocol there. I had to stand outside until they let one person in at a time. And the wait wasn't too long. So I was chatting it up about Roy Lab. That's that. And they were like looking at me. And one woman said, "Now tell me that again." So, do I need a YouTube account? And I said, nope, you don't really. Just search in your search engine for YouTube. And then when you get on the homepage and it asks you if you want to make an account, in that little search bar on top, put capital ROY, Lady STATS. And she said, thanks. I think I'd really like to keep my eye on that. And she said, I may even make an account. I said, well, just don't use your own name. All right. So I got in there, and I'll be honest with you, my walking is extremely limited. Now, I really wish there was a motor in my car because it could have dragged my butt all around the place. I'd be set, right? I could have just sit in the car, but no. We were out of a lot of things, and it's difficult when you're sending. Like I always used to do the grocery shopping years back, and it's difficult when you're sending somebody else and you know what you're looking for, but there's a range of things you'll choose as a second choice and third choice and fourth choice. Of course, I get there and I realize I don't have my list. Oh, I hate that. But I mean, since I made it up and rewrote it, I had a pretty good idea what was on it. All right, so they only left 5 people in the grocery store at a time. None of the workers are down amongst the aisles. They're on one side, the guy's in the fruit and vegetable section. He's putting, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. And on the other side, on the far end of the grocery store, there's a worker, but then there's a cashier's at the front, and the manager comes in at the office. But they're all wearing masks. So I'm motoring along pretty slowly. You're nodding at people but nobody's going close to talk to people. I certainly wasn't. I had no intention of it. And I had gloves on and I had a scarf that I had kind of like, I had it wrapped in such a way that I could whip it up over my face in a second. And I wanted to say if everybody was wearing masks, well, I just pulled that sucker up. But, you know, small town. I didn't want to go in, freak everybody out. So, and I mean, other than like my mobility has been what it has been for a number of years. It's not anything new, but I wore like really comfortable shoes and yeah, I mean, it was good that way. Except of course my hair looked like dogs or cats were sucking on it, so I had to put this dumb hat on. That's a whole other story. Let's just hope nobody was taking pictures with their cell phone. Oh my God. That might be the center of their dartboard. Hard to say. That's okay. They should knock themselves out with it. Anyway, everybody is basically looking at, if I start going up an aisle and there's somebody in it, I was backing out with my cart because 6 feet, right? You can't go by somebody in an aisle. So, hey, I always try to respect other people. Other people respected me until this half blonde bomber came in. Now, I say half because like her hair was gray and black down to about, I don't know, the end of her neck, and then there was some color like blonde the rest of my. Oh, what a piece of work! She pushed. There was a lady and I that were looking at chicken, and it was like over a long display, both 6 feet. She was on the far left, I was on the far right. This thing came in and pushed her out of the way. She didn't need all that room, and then she pushed me out of the way, and there's a good whack on my left arm. would would all you need to knock me right down the floor. Oh, damn. Then she started coughing all over the damn meat. I lost my shit completely. Like, what are you doing in cases like that? I wanted to scream, going, she's in my life. So I moved back so quickly. And with the coughing and just jumping into my safe space, everybody else was being so cautious. And this nutcake. So then she leaves, and I kind of moved back in a bit. The other lady took off like a cut cat. I think she's scared to death. She comes back in again. I almost said, "Girl, you're in my grill. Move." Like, what do you do? I, really, I mean, where this virus is, and my husband's sick and everything, I'm thinking, get away from me, you weirdo! And you're coughing, and she had her hand over her mouth. I was thinking, oh my God, uh, I don't know what it was. And then she went, I don't know what's up. She went and opened the back doors, which is where they open. It's where they store things, orders that come in, and then they bring them out and shelve them. And she yelled somebody's name, and I thought, oh, geez, there might not even be anybody by that name there. So I kind of moved as far. But every time I turned around, that woman was right in my. I finally said, "Would you please keep 6 feet away from me?" Like, and I think I said it loud enough that I'm sure everybody in the grocery store heard me. But I mean, that was like the seventh time, and the manager kind of cruised by me and is everything okay? And I said, no, that whack job with the long hair has been jumping right next to me. Oh shit. They removed her from the store anyway. But today I woke up, through the night, I coughed and coughed and coughed and coughed. I have a fever this morning. My throat is really sore. My sinuses are very infected. And my chest. I'm like, you know, I, I'm trying not to cough. I'm trying to suppress it, but oh my God, I slept this afternoon. And when you sleep and you have like a fever, so I didn't know what to do, but I put a mask on and I kind of pulled some stuff out. It's a good thing I got a barbecue chicken, potato salad, coleslaw, and, and I put that together for my husband. And I put it. I said his meal, like about 20 feet away from me because, the guy, if nothing else, if he is just getting over a flu, he's got a weakened immune system. But, oh, really, everybody was so, and this nut, at least I put her out anyway. I don't know if they let her back in. Hard to say, but I was really peeved. Well, like, the minute anybody coughs anywhere, they're removed. No questions asked, no nothing. I don't know if they bring their groceries out to them or what they do, but so there they were. Now, I've tried this a couple of times, but there's a channel I really would like you to see, and it is the name of Royal Lab Stats. And you might go, "Oh my God, really?" Yep, really. Just for a moment here. All right. Okay, I have to press share. Where is share? Yeah. Huh. Share screen. Okay, screen sharing best. No. Alright. Okay, here's the page right here. This is, you see the name of it? Royal Labs Stats. I'm not, it's not running now. Here it is right here. It shows you globally the number of cases that's in yellow, confirmed cases of coronavirus, the number of deaths in red, and in green, the total recovered. Please go to that channel and subscribe. You don't have to sit there and watch it, but it gives you an idea how well or not so well your country's doing. Uh, there's 13 countries in the first column, and we're 15th with 8,591 cases, 101 deaths, and 59 recovered. But I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to get out of there. Um, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with our country. Like somebody asked, did my husband have the test? The answer is no. I don't know if there's a shortage of tests or what, but give me a break. He's never been given the opportunity to have a test. Um, so I think we have far more cases. The reason I showed you that is just so that you can go there yourself. But anyway, guys, if you're out, if you have to be out for medicine, to go to the doctor to see a doctor at an emergency, or you're short on food, get in, get out quick. I wasn't as quick as, but that's how simple things can be. Is it possible that I don't know that I got something? I don't know. Maybe I'm just I don't- maybe I just overreacted a bit, but on the other hand, it really did concern me because she got right in my safe space. So I wasn't impressed with that at all. Um, guys, keep the 6 feet distance minimum. Yeah, make sure if you have a mask, more than one mask, cover your hair. And they say, I was reading the Mayo Clinic, so I kind of believe what they say. They say, have a mask or a scarf. It's not going to protect you, it'll protect others from your spit or whatever you cough, what you could spew out. But it will also keep anything from coming into your mouth as well. So there's that, the aerial transmission. And then the second thing is whatever you wear, like jacket, hat, gloves, um, if you can't wash them right away, Mayo Clinic recommends you put them outside. Like, say, if you have a clothesline, fine. If you don't, like, tie one up out there. That leave it in the sun for a couple of days. That just that alone will take care of any virus you may have gotten. And the other thing was, they said before touching anybody or anything, take your shoes off outside if you can, or boots, whatever you're wearing. Um, it's best if you have medical gloves that you can put on to put your shoes in a bag, and then put those outside. Like, like if you have another door that you can put the phone on, like even a deck or um, uh, back steps or whatever. Put them somewhere that you know they won't get stolen, and just like kind of isolate them as well. Um, spray down your doorknobs, clean them sufficiently well. You can't be too clean with this. Clean off uh, your groceries before putting them away, and just be overly cautious. And the United States, I'm worried for you guys. You're not taking this isolation, whether it's self quarantine or ordered quarantine, you're not taking it seriously enough. And I'm sorry, but just going, like, browsing and stuff like that in stores, if you need from something from a pharmacy, if you need like some groceries, get in there, get out quick, and go. But please don't go there just because you want to get out of the house. I'm sorry, you're putting your health at risk and the health of your loved ones at risk. It's not worth it. And from all I'm gathering, this virus is readily easy to catch. They're looking at communal sharing of it now. Maybe you think I'm a little bit over the top, but you know what? I'd rather be over the top and too careful versus not giving a crap, not being all that worried, and somebody that I know gets sick. So tried to take one for the team yesterday. Well, at least I got her out of the grocery store. But seriously, she was, and I didn't know her from Job. I don't have a clue who she was. Maybe she liked my hat, as weird as it looked. I'm not gonna wear that ever. Well, maybe I'll have a picture of it sometime. I could. But seriously, the woman was crazy. You just don't do that and cough all over the place. They would have removed once they heard when I described what she looked like, and they could hear her coughing like a couple of miles over. That was it. She was removed. Okay, so that's it. I'm concerned. I'm gonna go back to bed again, but please. I mean, I don't know. I could have just caught whatever, just a little bit of nothing, and flu could be going around. That may be what I caught, but it's kind of weird. Yeah. Um, here's hoping it's absolutely nothing. I'm gargling with salt and warm water, and doing everything I can think of from the Mayo Clinic. So yeah, they say go take a shower before you go around your family. Make sure you have clean sanitary clothes on that you haven't worn before. Yeah, take those extra steps now, guys, because this stuff is serious and it doesn't respect age. It's not a disease, just a virus that will negatively affect elderly. Well, it does affect the elderly negatively if, sometimes they have a pre existing condition, but it's struck from newborn to, kids past, up to 10 years, every age range, teens, young teens, preschool, school, young school age, every age group. You're not necessarily immune because you're younger. And take extra special care the of the elderly. If you think that you may have infected somebody, or you may have been in contact with somebody that could be carrying something, please stay away from elderly relatives and your parents and your kids. Like, scrub yourself all down. I remember a flu a few years back, and a sweet, dear, a distant relative of my husband's, but a great friend, caught the flu. And it was such a bad flu that they had just gotten some of the secondary infection was pneumonia. And he had it. My husband was around him. I was around him. But we had to decide if any of us who would stay with him until he passed away. My mother in law was in heart failure. So my husband felt he should be at home. And I said, well, somebody's got to, be with him. So the doctor ordered the antibiotic because it went quickly from a virus to a secondary infection, like within 24 hours or a little bit more. And it was 24 or 36 hours. So the antibiotic, there was 3 doses of it, one for my mother-in-law, one for my husband, and one for myself. But when I decided to stay at the nursing home with him until he passed away, I wasn't allowed to come back home. I When I did get home, I had to take my coat and my hat and my boots off outside the house. And then my husband gave me garbage bags to put out of bags on my feet and stuff like that. And I got somewhere isolated from him. I had to take all my clothing off and triple bag it and put it out in the dog pen. And that's where it stayed for 4 days. It was really cold. And I had to wash my hair. Um, I didn't dare go up on the level where the bathtub was, so I just took like a quick shower, and uh, I had to completely sanitize myself. So yeah, so it's not like we haven't had these things before. I think we just haven't seen one that's been so aggressive. I think that's the thing. And yeah, we're all going a little bit shack happy, but be careful because you could have some wackadoodle come up to you and get in your safe space just like that nut job did with me yesterday. And like I don't move quickly. My speed is slow. Yeah. Well, anyway, so be it. If I have something, I have something. I'll deal with that another time. I'm not gonna like chew my nails up. I'll try and put up some short videos of suggestions of things you can do with your kids, especially the younger ones. I mentioned some different activities Makeup Bobs could do with their son, but maybe it might be easier if I could explain. But okay, take care, everybody, please, and watch out for each other.